Hello and welcome back to the Finger Guns podcast with Tony, Dave, and James. Since I still have to read out its full legal name, lest I get murdered and kneecapped by Dave.
Sans
Dave. We are still Sans Dave as he decided to flee the country and go to Florida for some godforsaken reason.
Fucking guy, man.
It's nice up here. He leaves and the weather's great. So you know what? That's on him.
He took the shitty weather with him. I'm okay with that.
It's fine. He can have it. So as always, I am your co-host James, and we got, as usual,
Big Tasty Tony B.
Excellent. And our very special filling in for Dave guest, the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hi, guys. How you doing? It's been a while since I've been on a podcast, let alone someone else's podcast, and also talk to you guys.
I know. It's been so long.
I know. It's like some weird world-shattering thing happened that prevented anyone from seeing anyone for a really long time. And then when the world went back to normal, some people didn't really want to go back out into the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
No, it's 100%. And then like a lot of people were like, the pandemic hit and that's when they decided to start a podcast. And, other people just, they're stopped. But it's fine. You're here now.
I started one and I ended it too.
Because you had a full life cycle.
There you go.
Right.
Full life cycle.
Went the whole way through.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here.
No problem. I would plug it, but there's nothing new to listen to.
Well, for the fans that want to listen to the old episodes, are they like still out there? They're kicking around?
They're still out there. You can find it. You go to burtpopcorn.ca and you can listen to this. I think we ended on episode 69.
Nice. So, that's it. Oh, if you're gonna end, that's where it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what we're heading towards too. Is once we get to 69, I think that's it. We just pull the cord.
Well, that's what we did. We just stopped. Like we missed a recording night, and then it was like,
oh,
I don't feel like doing another one, and then that was it. And then we never did. There isn't even like an episode that's like, hey, we're done. If you go back and you listen to the last episode, it's like, we'll see you next week. And then we just never came back.
Next week never came.
No. It's, what? Next week is, time is a construct. So
it's true.
You could just pop back on and then just be like, hey, it's next week by my reckoning.
Pretend nothing ever happened.
Throw everybody off. Episode 70 just drops. No one notices a thing. I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's gonna be fun. Do you want to get right into this? You want to do some stuff?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm excited.
So let's start with our normal first segment. Best, my worst? Want to do it? Yeah. Although I'm going to be a piece of shit again and not really have a worst because I've just been seeing banger after banger, but I have a way that I'm going to put this in an order because it's going to work. But
you're gonna be so mad at me. I don't know how I managed this, but I saw 14 movies the last 2 weeks.
What the fuck?
And so I have an extra loaded best, my worst, but you guys are gonna appreciate it. You'll love it.
14.
I know.
How did
14
you...
on top of the Fantasia stuff that we're doing too. I'm maniac.
I had trouble coming up with 3 movies.
It's been quite 2 weeks apparently.
No kidding. My God. All right. Well, then, Mr. 14 movies, fucking start us off.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Are we going to start at the top or are we going to start at the bottom?
Whichever way you want to go. Apparently, Tony was listening to an old episode, and apparently we used to do it in reverse order and go worst, my best, but I don't remember when the switch happened. So I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
I'm feeling jazzy tonight. Let's start with the worst.
Okay.
And this is a 2-for-1, by the way, guys.
Okay.
It is the cinematic masterpieces known as Max Payne and Doom.
Oh, I saw both of those in this theater.
Did you?
I did as well. I did as well.
I've never seen either of them.
When did Max Payne come out? Did I see that with you, Tony?
I'm fairly certain it was. I think it was 2008. So it would have been the time that me and you saw movies a lot together. I was thinking about that too.
Likely,
I was like,
very likely we.
What a movie to bring up on the podcast.
Max Payne. Does it hold up? Is it still garbage?
To be honest with you, the reason why I put this as a twofer is because when Max Payne is Max Payneing, it's fucking great. When it is doing anything that is not Max Payne, it is absolute hot garbage. Just the worst. Mark Wahlberg plays a very brooding Max Payne.
I forgot it's Marky Mark.
It's fucking Marky Mark. And if you remember, I know you guys have played the game. If you remember Mona Sachs, she's a Russian assassin, if you guys remember.
Yeah.
The actress they get to play her is Meg Griffin herself.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So, yeah, Beau Bridges is the big bad.
Good for
spoiler
him.
alert there. But
when I think of evil, I think of Beau Bridges.
exactly. And then switching tones to Doom. Yeah. When Doom is really dooming, it's a smashing good time. Like, there's a part where they find the BFG and you see the look on The Rock's face. Oh yeah, by the way, The Rock is the star of the movie.
Yeah, he's Doom guy.
He's Doom guy. And he has that shit-eating grin on his face when he gets it. So I was clapping. That's good and everything. And that's really all I got to say about it.
And that's more Carl Urban, your buddy Carl Urban.
Yeah, exactly. James, I
Carl
forgot to tell
Urban.
you. Carl Urban's
fucking love Carl Urban.
He plays a very brooding Carl Urban as well.
His name's Reaper. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know why I remember that, but I remember that.
Do you remember anything else of that movie?
I remember the first person sequence. I remember
that's Carl Urban.
Yeah,
right.
that's like the best part and the only
best
part of the movie worth watching.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just go on YouTube, watch the first person sequence, and you're done. You're good.
Right when it's dooming.
Yeah, and God, I'm trying to remember. Like, I remember they're not demons.
They're not. They're zombie. No. They're like zombie genetic, like monster looking things.
Yeah, and I remember the guy who gets stuck in the door because they had like those weird nano doors.
Yeah. And then they had it's like almost like a time portal between Earth and Mars, because that makes any fucking sense at all.
I mean, that's always been there. You have to portal between the places.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just, I don't know what the fucking story was, but again, like it almost doesn't matter. But it was just so bad, and I kind of had hopes for it because I remember like Doom was like sort of an alright movie. No, it was not. I was misinformed. I should have a segment on the show, an ongoing segment where it's just like what Tony remembers being good.
I like that. I like that.
I mean, I own a copy. I got Doom over there too. Like I liked it enough to purchase it.
Good for you. Wait, on Blu-ray?
No, DVD.
The only way to watch it, as intended.
Oh my gosh.
I don't have Max Payne though. I'll give you that one.
I don't think you need it.
No.
I actually thought it was on like $7.99 at like Best Buy the one time, and I was like, you know what?
No,
I think
it's still too much.
Yeah.
The price of your soul is
yeah, your soul's worth more than $7.99.
Oh my Christ. Anyways, which one of you chuckleheads wants to go next?
Mike, go for it, Ben.
Okay, I'll go. So just to give you an idea of, like, I don't have time to go to the movies very much anymore. Securing a sitter is
absolutely
is a privilege. You know, it's not a right. And so the worst movie I've seen recently was Halloween Ends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm a little behind the curve.
That's
on
fine.
That one.
No, you're just right. You're just right, buddy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's April 10th is what. It's right on the cusp of Halloween, right?
What is that, like 6 months after Halloween? We're great.
Great.
God, I was so angry at that movie. I just because my wife is enormous. My wife Laura, podcast host for the podcast, the aborted podcast, baby.
Oh, Jesus.
That like she's all about horror movies. About horror movies. And she's always making me watch them, whether I want to watch them or not. And Halloween 2018 is my favorite in that franchise. I was like, this is phenomenal. Like it recontextualizes the first one. Like it was my favorite. I'm like, they can only get better from here. And it was kind of the absolute opposite of that. And it is really funny because like the way that you can sum up that movie is like, and this is a reference that I expect everyone my age should get, and everyone younger than me doesn't seem to get this stuff, and I don't get it.
Right.
Because we're old, and Simpsons is old now, especially good Simpsons. Halloween Ends is the Poochie of where, if Poochie's not on screen, everyone should be wondering,
where's Poochie?
I did not care. I did not care for Halloween Ends.
Yeah. I feel like it became one of those, like, I don't know, from some reactions that I saw online, I didn't really like it either. But it was like one of those that fell into two camps. You either liked it or you did not, and there doesn't seem to be a middle ground, like, but which felt very like, I don't know, Matrix Resurrections had that same kind of vibe of like they tried to do something completely different, and then you either liked it or you fucking hate it, and I hate both of those movies, so I'm siding on that camp.
Like, I feel like what they did with it would have been cool if it had been built up over the 3 movies instead of all crammed into one movie at the end.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but
that's a good choice.
So that also makes me excited to see Matrix, because I haven't seen that yet either.
I haven't seen Matrix either. I'm super stoked. I want to do like all of them back to back.
That might upset you even more.
Yeah, probably.
Well, only because it continually just continues downhill. Like,
it's true. It's true. Speaking of movies that Tony remembers being good, Matrix Revolutions.
Actually, not that bad. Still kind of holds up. It's okay.
Oh,
it just buy into the whole Jesus rhetoric and you're fine.
Yeah. Fantastic.
No, it's a good choice. That was a good choice. For my worst. So it's the best worst, but I got to watch it on Saturday night down at the Playhouse in Hamilton. It was a 35 millimeter screening of the one and only, the legend of The Room.
Oh, geez.
So I'm putting that as my worst because it is an objectively terrible movie, but it's so bad. True. It's just incredible. And I don't think I've ever seen it on film. I've always seen it like I've seen it like on my own, like on TV or whatever. And I've gone to the Carlton a couple times. And then this was the first time doing it in Hamilton, and Hamilton had the film print, which it was something special. I went with 3 other people, one of which had seen it already before and had experienced a fan event, so they knew exactly what we were getting into, but the other 2 did not. They had never seen The Room before in their fucking lives and had no idea what they were in for, and we were just cackling and laughing the entire time, and the crowd was good, and the spoons were being thrown, and
I love it.
It was a blast from start to finish. Like, it's the way that I've had to describe it to people too is just like, there's absolutely no way, if he meant to do that as a comedy, there's no way it would have ever worked. Like, the only reason that this movie is as funny as it is because that man went in dead serious and made the most serious movie he could. And it's just so fucking bad, but it's so great. I recommend it to everybody. It's an objectively terrible movie, but it's so fucking good.
See, I like completely roomed myself out in one go.
Yeah.
In the same weekend, I saw The Room.
Yeah.
Listen to the guy, I can't remember his name. I had it and I lost it. Not Tommy, but the other guy. The guy
Greg
who's
Greg.
Yeah. I was going to say Greg Nicotero. That's what I was going to say. And I'm like, no, that's a special effects guy.
No.
Yeah. His audiobook.
Yes.
I listened to his audiobook while I was painting, and then I went and saw The Disaster Artist.
Right.
So that was my entire weekend, was The Room. And I've never done anything with The Room since. Yeah. It was just kind of like all of it in one go. And it was like, yeah, I'm good. I think I'm good.
Honestly, the last time I saw The Room before Saturday was 7 years ago. Like, it's been so very long, and like, I feel like that's it. You just need the time to pass, and then you go, I could do this one more time, and yeah, you can. And it just I don't know what that man was thinking, and I still can't believe that movie was shot in 2003. It's just insane.
Did I see he has a new movie coming out?
He does.
Like a shark attack movie?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Yeah. And he put out that other movie with Greg like a few years back, but no one's ever seen it. Best Friends, that's it.
Volume 1 and 2.
God. I don't know anybody who's seen it.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that's
the mark of quality right
that's
there.
It. That's no one's watched it.
I actually have not seen The Room since film school. I think I'm overdue for a watch because I just remember watching it on a laptop. And
why did you watch it? Was it for film school? Like, what not to do? Like,
no, it was pretty much like, hey, dude, have you ever seen this movie before?
Oh, okay,
like,
okay.
What? And then like they showed it, and
okay, it was for fun. Never mind. All right, good.
It was for fun. There was a whole group of us. I think it was on like a DVD or something, but no one had like
naturally.
Yeah, we just had our laptop as our DVD player.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you're definitely overdue, and for like a fan event.
Overdue for sure. Well, I got to do a fan event. If I'm not watching it on my fucking TV. Like,
yeah, no, you need some spoons. They need to be thrown.
Well, you can throw spoons when you're alone. It's just
it's true. You have to clean them up.
I can like clean up, and then Luna's gonna be like, "Why the fuck is this motherfucker like throwing spoons at the TV? I don't understand."
I will say the Playhouse was not as lively as like the Carlton. I remember being at the Carlton and just like when the spoons came out, it was like a tsunami of plastic spoons that just started sailing over the seats. And like this time there was like a few people that were like spoons. There was a few, but I missed the tsunami of plastic. That was, you'd get, if you were sitting halfway through, you'd get like the back half so that you got extra spoons to throw to the front half.
Oh, that's nice. You recycle the spoons.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. You reduce, reuse, recycle. We're not just single use plasticking here. It's at least 2 uses.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, that's my worst. Tony, what do you got for a meh?
For a meh, I just got one for the meh. No double feature for this one.
Oh, fantastic.
But it's gonna follow the same feature here. It's Hitman.
Yeah, I see you're thematically on point today.
Yeah, thematically on point. This one's a meh because it's a huge guilty pleasure of mine. Like on your list of like guilty pleasures, Hitman is definitely on there. It's just because I love Timothy Olyphant in it.
Okay, I was gonna ask which Hitman is it?
Oh, Agent 47 is a piece of shit, and I do not recognize that movie as a movie. Hitman, on the other hand, as much as I hate that 47 talks, at least it's Timothy Olyphant. Like he's a wise ass 47, which doesn't make any sense if you're going by the games because 47's a mute, right?
Well, not in the most recent outing.
All the Hitman games that I remember playing back in the day, 47 never made a sound. So to me, that's 47. So they obviously don't follow that. Don't ask me about the plot because the plot really doesn't make any fucking sense at all. All you need to know is somebody is framed 47 and 47 needs to figure it out. And that's it. There's like a B story, there's a C story, maybe a D story too. But like honestly, another movie when it's Hitman and it's fucking great. Yeah. And it is great. But yeah, that's my meh. I definitely recommend people to watch it because it is a fun movie. Yeah.
I think I've only seen Agent 47, so I feel like I need to actually watch this one.
Well, I have the unrated cut on Blu-ray.
Okay.
Don't ask me why. On Blu-ray. There you go.
Was it $7.99? That seems to be your
Mike. It was one of our. It was. I definitely got it on one of our Boxing Day.
It was
trips.
a Boxing Day. Yeah. There it is. You dug through the bins for that one.
Yeah.
See,
definitely.
I still have movies sealed in the plastic with the Rogers Video sticker
yes.
on. When we went on our Rogers Video raid.
We did multiple raids on that place.
Yes. That was a good time.
What is that? Do you have any other like old? Do you have any Blockbuster ones?
I do have some Blockbuster ones.
There you go. Yeah. That's it.
I have more Rogers Video ones than Blockbuster.
Yeah, because it went out a little bit later. I think Blockbuster was gone before Rogers Video.
No, Rogers. Right? I think Rogers was first. Maybe
it was. Yeah. I'm trying to remember when the one that around the corner from my house closed, and I don't remember. The only thing I remember about Rogers Video is that they had an adult section behind the beads in the back.
See, I miss Jumbo Video where you get the free popcorn.
Yeah.
And they had that horror castle in the corner that scared the shit out of me when I was a small child.
I fucking love Jumbo Video, man. Those were the days.
My dad owned a Jumbo for a little. Fun fact.
Which I think is like incredible, and how we did not know this.
I remember being there. Like I was definitely in his store for like some time. I was a little kid. Like it was when I was really young, but yeah, he co-owned a Jumbo Video with one of his friends.
Did you get free popcorn all the time?
Yeah, and
that's the dream right there.
When they closed, when my dad got out of it and they closed that location, I got a whole bunch of VHSs.
And I remember that because I remember seeing Jumbo Video like cases on your shelf. But I didn't understand where they came from. I'm like, where the fuck did he get all these things?
My dad's Jumbo Video.
Makes so much more sense. 25 years later. No, not even 30, probably 30 years later.
Yeah, I think they're still around. I hope my mom didn't throw out those VHSs. Not that I have any way to watch them, but I just don't want them gone.
You can put them all on TikTok on one of those retro channels.
Yes.
And be real cool.
I recently stumbled across one of those guys that just like, he just takes like, you give him a random number and he just digs through all of his VHSs and finds one and then watches it. And it's usually like recorded off the TV. So it's still got like commercial bumpers and everything. And
oh man,
it's
amazing.
whack. It's so fun to watch. Like, I'm just like, this is crazy. It's like,
do you like I mean, I don't even have cable anymore. Do they even show movies on TV anymore? Like, I don't even know.
I feel like they do, because Dave mentions all the time that he like randomly watches some random shit on cable. Like he's like passing through and it's like, oh, I couldn't turn that off. And I'm like, Dave, it's 2:30 in the morning, man. Like you can go to bed.
Like AMC and stuff, I get like that kind of stuff. Yeah. But like, are they showing, CHCH? Are they showing movies at like 11 at night?
Oh, I don't know.
I think they still are. I think mom sees like they play the old timey movies.
Nice.
Because like I'm fairly certain mom watched like Breakfast at Tiffany's the one day. And then during the night they'll have like action or thriller, those kind of things. But it'll be like edited to shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's how I saw RoboCop for the first time. Was an edited to shit TV version.
Oh, so you didn't see Peter Weller get fucking blasted half to hell?
Oh no,
just annihilated.
Yes, I saw that movie and I was like, I love this movie. And then I bought it on DVD and I'm like, I don't think I've ever actually seen this movie before. Made me love it more though. Like RoboCop's one of my top 3s.
Oh, absolute.
Oh man,
that's such a good one. I watched that recently too on my 4K copy of it. It's incredible. It looks so good. I miss RoboCop. I need to watch it again.
Fucking run it again.
Whatever happened to that Neil Blomkamp was going to do like a sequel that was still in continuity with the original movies? I haven't heard anything about that in years.
Yeah. Well, there was that weird rebooted one that no one talks about. And then,
they filmed that near my apartment.
Did they?
In the day. Yeah, it was really funny because they filmed. We used to live across the street from the. I can't remember what the hell it's called now, but it was like they the Connaught, the Royal Connaught.
Yeah.
Before they renovated it, they shot all sorts of movies there because it was such a shitty, rundown building. It was perfect for crime.
Yeah,
and Laura was home one day and I was working in Toronto. She's like, they're filming RoboCop like right across the street from the house. And she went and they wouldn't let her take her pictures or anything. But she's like, I'm watching RoboCop and he's like arresting people and like he's got his cop car and his bike and like it's super cool. And then like we went and saw the movie and the shots that they were filming that day were like in a news report in the background. So like. It's like maybe a 10th of a second it's in the
movie. What a waste. See the decisions they made. Junk.
Insert shots, man.
Junk.
That was a splinter unit.
Mike, what do you have for a meh?
For meh, I'm sticking with horror because I watch mostly horror movies these days.
All right.
I saw Megan.
Yeah.
Mithrigan. If you're feeling fancy.
Always.
So, yeah, I watched that. It was all right. It was meh. I'll say that it was, pretty run of the mill until she started chasing that kid in the woods on all fours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when the movie kicked it into overdrive. And I'm like, yes, give me more of this. And then it didn't really give me more of that.
No.
So,
I mean, tearing that kid's ear off, great.
What about the dance? The dance with
the dance before she killed the guy with the paper cutter.
Yeah.
That's the only other like defining moment, and it was really funny too because I remember that she was like fighting. There's that scene where they're fighting in the house, and she walks by the robot, and the robot gets knocked down, and I'm like, why are we not seeing Rock'em Sock'em robots? And I was so disappointed. And then the Rock'em Sock'em robots happened, and it was glorious.
Yeah. That's what you wanted.
Still not enough to push it into the best. It's just meh. It was meh.
I get it.
That's fair.
I saw it. Tony, did you wait? I saw it.
Yeah, we saw it in
theaters.
I saw it blind. Remember?
You saw it blind. That's right. I was very unsettled when Mithrigan was sitting beside the bed and just creepily singing a pop song to the kid, and I was like, "This is not okay. I'm not okay with this."
I was so uncomfortable.
I think Tony and I just side-eyed each other. We're just like, what the fuck is happening?
What the fuck?
But yes, I got very meh.
I watched the unrated version, which I heard was more gory. And from what I understand, the only gorier scene is the scene where the lady gets pressure washed to death.
That makes sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because it was very significant. I remember that scene being very tame, and it's just like one of those like, why the fuck is this tamed? Why am I not seeing like her skin?
I also don't know why they tamed it in the first place. Like,
it was because I was reading this in the IMDb trivia, because that's kind of what I do when I watch a movie at home. Is flip through the IMDb trivia, and it was they showed off a clip, and it got like really popular on TikTok. It might have been the dancing scene.
Right.
And when that happened, they were like, kids are interested in this movie. Tone it down.
So they could drop the rating. Got it.
PG-13.
So they could make more fucking money.
Yeah.
Fucking Blumhouse, man.
I don't know that it did okay from what I remember.
Oh, it made a killing.
Yeah. It did okay for considering it was a horror movie at the beginning of January.
Yeah. It was one of the big ones right off the bat.
Yeah.
There's all that TikTok dancing.
Yeah.
Fucking TikTok dancing.
Well, see, at least you waited and saw it the way that it was intended to be seen originally before they catered to TikTok.
Yes. I waited to see it.
Yeah. Because it was intentional.
It was intentional. It's not that I just never go to the movies anymore.
Still, you're caught up. You're good. You're in. You're on board with Mithrigan.
I saw Mithrigan. What else do I need?
Nothing. Nothing at all. My meh, and there's a part of this that I'm going to have to talk about later on, so I'm not going to talk about it right now, but I am going to talk about most of this movie. I watched Tetris with
nice.
Mr.
I want to watch
Edgerton.
that.
Yeah, so I'm going to go as spoiler-free as possible because I know it just came out as well. But I mean, it's about getting the Tetris rights out of Soviet Russia. That's it. That's the whole
Spoilers,
movie.
They did it.
Spoilers. You can play Tetris.
Yes. You've heard of Tetris.
Yeah. No, it was honestly, it was a lot of fun. I wouldn't say it's great in any way. It's just kind of, they did the best they could with a story that probably in actuality is one of the most boring fucking things ever. I'm sure it was not as thrilling as they made this out to be, but there was also a lot of like jumping around and flying between Japan, Seattle, London, and Moscow, and then just constantly. And like Nintendo people, and like the prototype of the Game Boy exists, and that's kind of cool. And there is some fun scenes in Russia, especially when they're like negotiating the rights to Tetris. That is like, oh, this is kind of funny and interesting the way that they did it. But there is a needle drop that is in here that is worth the price of the admission and is included on a scene that is absolutely necessary, but I will save that for a main segment because it's a needle drop that was done so much better in Tetris and bothered the crap out of me for our main segment movie. So I'm going to put a pin in that and just say Tetris is fun if you like video games and like little weird based on true events movies, I guess.
Yeah.
Where you're just kind of like seeing a kind of quirky thing happen because Soviet Russia is a weird, quirky bureaucratic place, and that's it. It's fun. Meh. That's all. Yeah. I got nothing else to say about it.
Well, if you want, there's a documentary on YouTube by the video game historian.
Yeah,
where it's he talks about the rights. So I'm curious as to how similar it is to the movie, because I've seen that documentary recently, so I do want to watch that movie. So
yes, please, and then yes, let me know how close it actually is, because now I'm probably going to watch that video game historian movie or documentary on YouTube too, because I kind of want to see how close it is. But it just seemed like, I think what I'm going to probably guess is that they consolidated the amount of people that were probably involved down to just a few, when it probably was a few more. And then made Taron Egerton's character probably have way more to do than he ever really had to do. These are my guesses, but
yeah,
it was one big UK company that was kind of cooking its own books, and then there was the Soviet Russian government, and then just a couple other actors that were in between all that. It was messy, but they made it fun and easy enough to follow. So it's a fun movie. And if you like 80s music, it's going to be fun because there's a lot of it.
Good. I like 80s music.
Then
the documentary has no needle drops though.
Well, then what am I doing?
There's no point. No point at all.
Put it in the bin. But yeah, it's fun. It's meh. There you go. Tony, you got a best?
I got two bests.
Oh
two
my god,
bests.
A double feature
Two
best too. Jesus
okay,
Christ.
so the theme of Tony's movies has been video game movies.
Absolutely.
So Street Fighter, it's got to be Street Fighter at the top.
And Mortal Kombat.
I'm actually breaking the theme.
Oh, okay.
The best are video game movies.
Oh,
lame.
But I will bring up the other ones that I watched in our later segment for sure.
Okay.
So I'm going with two that I really one that really stuck with me, and the other one was just a fucking blast, and I need to talk about it. The first one is Luther Fallen Sun. This movie, yeah.
No spoilers.
Fucking Luther. No spoilers. Okay, so I'll try to do this as spoiler free.
Or I'll put my headphones down.
Yeah. So I have never watched. The truth be told, I've never watched Luther. I've always wanted to.
First of all, big mistake.
Obviously, I remember seeing the first 2 or 3 episodes of season 1, and I remember it being significantly heavy. And I was like, okay, this is too much. I need to watch like a comedy or something. And I just never went back.
No.
So now, knowing that, going into Fallen Sun, motherfucker, it is heavy. It is soul crushing.
Yeah.
It is horrific.
Yeah.
It is graphic. It is in your face, like shotgun blast. Like it is. I can't believe that I'm going to say this, Mike. It is Black Mirror, but turned up.
Oh.
Well, I can't speak for Fallen Sun, but yeah, Luther in general is heavy. It never lets up, man. Yeah.
So this one reminds me a lot of a Black Mirror episode. I don't even. Is it a spoiler? I don't fucking.
No, just go with whatever. It's fine. It'll be fine.
It's shut up and dance. If you guys remember that episode.
The silence says no.
No. Which one was shut up and dance?
Keep talking for a second. So
well, like I'm already like thrown off by you even comparing it to a Black Mirror thing, because I'm just like,
so shut up and dance. Shut up and dance. It was the one where the kid was getting blackmailed, and he was with the adult, and the adult was getting blackmailed too, and the internet guy who had all their blackmail things was telling him to do certain things.
Yes. Okay. Got it. Yep.
So it's that.
Right.
But it's so much worse.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's fucking Luther, man.
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh,
incredible.
Yeah.
He's no words. Andy Serkis.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
You're not gonna sleep after.
Oh, really? Okay.
Is he on the he's doing a full bad?
He's full bad.
Oh man,
but
I'm excited.
He's a sadistic fucking guy.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't hugged enough as a child or something because
amazing.
Fuck. The reason why I picked this for thing is because I'm still thinking about it. It is still terrorizing the shit out of me.
Wow.
And it was heavy. It was really heavy.
Yeah.
And switching gears to make it more a little bit lighthearted, I saw a Sonny Chiba movie because you know how much I love Sonny Chiba.
Yeah.
It's called The Executioner.
Great.
Movie from the 70s.
Yeah.
Really simple premise. 3 hitmen are hired to take down a drug lord. And that's it. And one of those 3 people is Sonny Chiba.
All right.
There we go. Off and running.
Holy shit. This movie is so much fun. I wasn't really expecting much from it. But if you love Sonny Chiba, if you love old Japanese martial art movies, this movie is full of those sound effects where, you know, the foot connects with like half his chin and like you hear the big whoosh, and then like just like getting slapped around and like all those like old timey sounds. It is fucking classic.
I love it.
It is. I cannot recommend it enough. I'm very excited to keep going deeper and deeper into Sonny Chiba's filmography.
You're just trying to pump up that letterbox stat. You want just Sonny Chiba right at the top.
And then when I was watching it, I was like, he did a fucking Bruce Lee move, and I was just like, Bruce Lee did that in a movie like 4 years ago. What are you doing? And then I went down a rabbit hole of Google of seeing if Bruce Lee and Sonny Chiba ever fought, and sadly they did not. And I find that's a missed opportunity, right? Like that's got to be a missed opportunity.
I guess.
No? Silence. You guys are all just looking at me.
I think it could be something worth deep faking. You know,
interesting. Yeah. Get an AI generator to create that for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be fun for AI AI could help us in this. We could see it happen. Bring Bruce Lee and Sonny Chiba together.
Right? Like it's like the fact that they have not fought, but I don't know, man. They were out. I don't know. It's sad that that would never be possible.
Yeah, but you know what? I do want to watch that movie just because I don't know. Sometimes I just want an old school Japanese fighting movie. Perfect.
So you can put this double feature with the Street Fighter and call it a
day. Excellent, and I will. Yeah. Mike, do you have one or two bests?
I have one best.
Okay.
And I too am breaking theme. This is not a horror movie that I'm months late watching, but it is a movie that I am months late watching anyway.
Yeah.
I finally caught Glass Onion.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, and that was fantastic. I knew going in that was going to be great because I really liked Knives Out.
Yes.
And yeah, no, it was phenomenal. And I mean, I guess I won't go heavy into spoilers at all because it's a mystery, and once the mystery is done, then there's really no reason to watch the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, the performances were great. I had no idea. Like usually I'm really good at picking up on twists and like what the mystery is going to be. I had no clue whatsoever.
Yeah.
It completely got me. And it was a really fun, really funny. And what I was also not expecting is it's a pandemic movie.
Yep.
Like they're wearing masks and they're all doing, like Zoom call conversations and stuff like that. And it was like, oh, I was not expecting that. But it on one hand, it puts it in this little time capsule moment, but it was just interesting because, not a lot of movies that at least that I've seen are actually, bringing up that topic. So.
Yeah. They get their little spray in the mouth vaccine cure thing going on before they get there.
Give me that. I like that that happens and they're like, what was that? And they're like, don't worry about it. And that's it.
Don't even ask. It's all
that's
good.
all I needed.
Yeah.
That's all anyone needed.
Well, I was listening to another podcast that Ryan Johnson was on, and he was kind of talking about how they were talking about how, like, usually with murder mystery movies, a lot of people like are there trying to figure it out because that's what your mind will start doing automatically, is trying to put the puzzle together. And that this one kind of felt like you don't have to. You can just like let it happen because it's all over the place and so twisty that like you're like, yeah, you just kind of forget. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I appreciated that about Glass Onion. I didn't have to sit there and think as much. I could just be like, you know what? I don't know what the fuck is going to happen, so let's just roll. Let's enjoy this ride. It was great. Like its titular onion. It unwraps its layers and keeps you entertained the whole way through. Yeah, and Foghorn Leghorn and Daniel Craig's there to guide you through the whole way. Yes. I may be a simple country lawyer, but yeah. A backwater space chicken. Yeah, good. That's a good one. That's a really good choice. I'm gonna name drop too, only because I'm still going through it. But the Playhouse has been doing screenings of the extended versions of Lord of the Rings for the past 2 weekends, and the third one is coming up. Are you paying rent? Are you paying rent yet at the Playhouse? Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, look, they did so it's like if you go regularly, it's like whatever the ticket is, like $14 or something. But they put out a thing that if you were going to go see all 3, it was $30, and you got a free little like art print poster thing. And I was like, well, I'm going to see all 3 because I've seen the extended versions many times, but never in a theater. B, the only Lord of the Rings I ever saw in the theater, besides The Hobbit, but like from the actual Lord of the Rings proper, was Return of the King. I never saw the other 2 because I was too young. And I don't know. It's once a weekend. I can pull that off. I don't need to do anything. I don't have to hire a babysitter, so I'm good. So I've been going. So next is Return of the King, and I'm prepared to literally die in that theater because it's, I don't know, 5 hours with a fucking intermission because it's already way too long. Just don't pull a Tony and make sure you go to the bathroom before you. Well, the nice thing is the way that they put it too. They're like, yeah, we're doing with an intermission. So each of the 2 towers and the Fellowship both had a 15-20 minute intermission in there, which is helpful because I don't want to pull a Tony and stand at the entry walkway. Yeah, waiting for the hobbits to finish I gotta go. Directed by Peter Jackson. Come on with the fucking Hobbit circle jerk going on. I just want to go to fucking pee, man. Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap during the fucking 78 endings that Peter Jackson put in there. Well, you'll have enough time to take a nap when the Eagles come because they always move in slow motion. Oh, absolutely. So that was my 2 that I just kind of wanted to put in there. Just that I am doing them. They are, I don't know. I love all 3 of those movies very much. But the best that I actually want to talk about, just because I haven't finished the 3 of them yet, and it's a brand new one, and I'd never seen it before. And I finished watching Tetris, and I'm like, I need something else to watch. And I saw someone on Twitter talking about Grave of the Fireflies. Oh, so shit. I threw Grave of the Fireflies on, and holy fucking shit. I was not prepared. Can you summarize this movie? Because I've never heard of this movie until I saw it on your Letterboxd. Oh, Tony. Also, Michael, we're going to talk about why you don't have a Letterboxd. It's true. I do not. My wife does, and every so often she'll put one of my quotes into one of her movie reviews. I'm always wondering. Like some of these, I love reading her reviews, and they're You should point out which ones are yours. Yeah. We need the quotes. You know what? I mean, you just tell Laura to start actually putting them in quotes with Mike at the end. I'll just get my own. TM Mike. Yeah. I'll just get my own, and then you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, absolutely. I can't. I mean, every so often she'll bust out, she's got some real good ones though. Some of her reviews are friggin' fantastic. And I had no, credit where credit is due. She's got some banging reviews. I'm trying to remember what I love Godzilla movies. Yeah. And some of her reviews of Godzilla movies are pretty entertaining. So nice. Grave of the Fireflies, quick summary of it. It is an anime of Studio Ghibli, and it's about a brother and sister who are trying to survive some of the last days of World War II.
For fuck's sake.
And
wow.
Well, it gets worse, Tony. It gets worse.
It's great.
I can't like. There's not a whole lot that I can say without giving too much of it away, but it's like it's bleak as fuck and
Sounds
sad
like
as hell and devastating, and probably one of the most like devastating depictions of like what it would be like to live in a Japanese town that is getting bombed to fucking hell by Allied bombers. Like, it's brutal, it's sad, it's devastating to look at, it's beautiful to look at in ways as well, it's heartwarming in some aspects, it's terrifying and just brutal in others, and it's probably one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen in my life, but it will fuck you up, man.
All right.
It's be in the right frame of mind to journey down that rabbit hole, because it is,
sounds like it.
You will not be okay. I was not okay. I don't know, Mike, have you seen it?
I've not seen it, but I've seen highlights.
Yeah.
Do you want
highlights? Yeah.
On YouTube. So yeah. I know the Grave of the Fireflies, its reputation precedes it in more than me actually having experience with it. But I've seen some clips on YouTube, and it's just like, oh, I don't think I could deal with more of this. And I'm pretty sure I read the synopsis. It was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Good enough.
It like it's a movie that does open at the end. So like it opens with like how it ends, and then it backtracks, and then that's how you kind of get there. Just as an FYI, but it's not a fun journey by any way, shape, or form.
Does not sound like a good family film.
It's not. You have, as I said, be in the right frame of mind, and it'll be fine. But otherwise, no. Don't do it to yourself unless you're mentally and emotionally prepared for
it's not Ponyo or whatever that fish one is.
Yeah. Yeah. This one will destroy you.
Fantastic.
Right. Anyway, totally recommended. Just be in the right frame of mind and go for it. Just dive in feet first and have a box of tissues with you. That's about all I can say.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
That was a good round. Thanks, Mike.
That was.
Thanks for coming.
Happy to be here. And hello. After the chords again.
Yes, heck yes. It's Cat City. Mouse just came in and yelled, so that's going to be on the podcast. So everyone give a shout out to Mouse.
It's a guest appearance.
Yeah. So Tony, you ready to go?
Is it time to get weird?
Oh, always. It's always time to get weird with you, bunny. Let's do the Shutter Minute.
It's gonna get weird in a second, buddy.
Is this the Shutter Minute?
No, it's the Shutter Minute.
Oh.
Evil lurking deep inside, its darkness knows no limit. So listen closely if you dare. This is the Shutter Minute.
So what'd you watch, Tony?
Today I have a film from Jason Eisner. He directed the film that we all know and some people actually love, Hobo with a Shotgun.
Oh, good.
Did I say his name properly? It is Jason Eisner, right? Like
I mean, I could look it up for you.
Yeah, let's fact check that just to make sure.
All right.
Anyways, the film is called Kids versus Aliens, and there's really was I right, Jason Eisner?
It is Jason Eisner. Yeah.
Fuck yeah! All right. Kids versus Aliens. There's not much to talk about. It's pretty much what it is. Kids versus aliens. A bunch of kids are having a house party. Shit starts to get out of hand. An alien invasion happens. Why the aliens are there? Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck cares? The aliens kidnap the children, and then the teenager has to save the day. And
nice.
That's pretty much Kids versus Aliens. It's fun.
Okay.
Put it that way. It's fun. And fun fact for you, James.
Yeah.
The DOP of this film
Mm-hmm.
is the same DOP
Mm-hmm.
that I worked with on Foul Play and Hush Little Baby.
Cool.
Yeah.
I met that guy.
Matt. You did meet that guy. Big shout out to Matt Barkley.
Nice.
His camera work in it is absolutely phenomenal. I really loved it. I loved seeing it. He did a really good job. It's definitely one of the good things about this movie.
Nice.
And I do want to say something about it. I don't know what the director's issue is against kids, but he needs to stop killing them on screen, man. Like it's like, come on.
I don't think I've seen all of Hobo with a Shotgun. But the only thing I do remember, the only thing I do remember is definitely the scene with the fucking baby bassinet, and he fucking shoves a shotgun in that baby's face.
Yeah. And then Mike, another movie that me and you saw together in the theater. There was the flamethrower part, if you recall. And then in this movie, they basically drop acid on a kid, and excellent. Watch the face melt off, and then they turn another one into like a fucking Freddy Krueger wielding maniac.
Amazing.
It's don't think too much about the plot.
All right,
it is a wild ride. I wish it got going a little bit faster.
Yeah.
It does take a little bit to get going.
Yeah.
But once it does, it is something.
So thumbs up. Do watch it. Yeah.
Honestly, you know what? Canadian cinema. I'm gonna fucking plug Canadian cinema as much as I can. It is Canadian. It was filmed in Halifax. Definitely seek it out. It is a fun time.
Yeah, that's something I remember about the Hobo with a Shotgun guy. I think that's filmed in Halifax too, and that guy's like all about Halifax.
Yeah. It comes out on Shudder this Friday.
Nice.
Yes.
You know what? We grade on a curve here, so yeah. Canadian cinema
absolutely
definitely gets
Canadian
the boost.
Cinema, we're gonna boost Canadian cinema here.
Excellent. All right. Well, fuck. I'm excited to watch it. I didn't even know what it was. I just saw the poster kicking around. I was like, what is this?
Yeah. It sounds like a DreamWorks movie.
It does.
It does, but it's not.
Although I kept thinking of Cowboys versus Aliens too, and I haven't seen that since it came out.
Speaking of other movies that me and Mike have seen in the theater together.
We had a really good streak going there.
Apparently. Sure. My God.
We did.
Oh. All right. Well, that's good. All right, cool. I'm going to watch it.
And that was the Shudder 5 to 7 minute.
I don't think it was 5 minutes. I think you actually did it in like 2.5, this time 3. So you're good. Look at you go.
I'm getting better.
You're getting better. Every day.
Yeah.
So shall we talk about our main segment?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's dive right in.
Super Mario Brothers movie. I don't know where to start.
I would like to quote my beautiful wife.
Sure.
She said it was a very expensive Nintendo commercial.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. I like that. Mike, where did you land on it? Let me start there.
Well, I can also quote my beautiful wife and say that movie was not for kids. She was pretty funny. She was very much like, I don't know if I'm just being too like, clutching my pearls. That's what she said. That's a direct quote.
Yeah,
clutching my pearls. But like we debated. Well, actually, we didn't debate. I was like, we're going to go see this because I'm going to talk about it on a podcast.
Yeah.
And then like the tickets were bought and the babysitter was got. And I'm like, I probably could have taken the 4-year-old to this.
Yeah.
And maybe 10 minutes into the movie, we were like, glad we didn't bring the 4-year-old to this because that kid, he's sensitive, and it would have been Nightmare City as soon as Bowser burnt down that first castle right at the beginning.
Yeah. That it opened with a punch. Which was good.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about that scene. Good thing we didn't recommend it. Alyssa was asking about it if it was good enough for the little one, and we're like, yeah, it's totally fine. And then Melissa's like, are you kidding me? Do you not remember Bowser?
Yes, there's a lot of also there's an extensive amount of so and so is going to die. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your brother. I'm going to kill you in front of your brother.
Yeah.
And then there's also the way too cute character talking at length about the sweet release of death, which
I mean,
for if you're making a Mario movie for 30-year-olds, then that's fantastic. Yeah. But if you're making a Mario movie for 4-year-olds, maybe don't have the cutest character in the movie talking about like, I can't wait to die. And then when they don't die, be upset that they didn't die.
Yeah. yeah, that blue flame was everything to me. I loved it so much.
That was fucked up. That went down very dark path.
Yeah. It did. I feel like it did overstay its welcome by the end. Like when obviously when they didn't die and it was very sad, I was like, I'm over the joke. The joke was fun in the beginning, especially because it felt like it was like a 3-year-old voicing that character too.
Yeah.
Just in like the cadence and delivery. I was like, oh my God, this is fucking dark.
I feel like it was like with the South Park where like for the kid, like for Ike, they just had their kid come in and just be like, repeat after me. And that's how they'd get all of Ike's lines.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if it was like that kind of a situation where it was just, repeat after me, child. The sweet release of death. Yeah. Just.
There's no escape except for the sweet release of death.
Yes, definitely. Like I'm of two minds about this movie. As a movie, I have my opinion on it, but as a person who loves video games and pays attention to things, this movie was great because it was like Easter egg. Like
sure,
I had a smile on my face the entire time. But at the same time, I can look at it and go, this plot was paper thin. Despite the fact that this movie was like a 90-minute movie, it still somehow felt rushed.
Yeah.
Like, it was all over the place, man. Like,
like it's the very obvious, we need to get from point A to point B. We got to get to where Donkey Kong is. So let's get to Donkey Kong in the quickest way possible.
Exactly.
It was just, there were so many interesting things. I fell off my chair there. There's so many interesting things that they like glossed over. Like I was really mad, and it's kind of a spoiler. I will just keep it quiet. But basically, a character shows up in the background, and then they're never seen again. And I was like, that's what you're doing with this popular character. You just like, I would have just saved that character for a sequel.
I'm on board.
And then they did something, but like it was just kind of like, why would you include that and then not do something with it outside of it just being like an Easter egg? Like,
I'm lost. What are you referring to?
A certain green dinosaur. Yes.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna spoil it, but then I totally just did.
But there was it wasn't just that. Like, it wasn't just that character that was weirdly not there and there. There was other ones too that were just like, what? We're just gonna put them on the sideline. That's okay. I guess they could just exist there. They could just be a throwaway joke.
The cons were a side, was like a side gag almost. That pissed me off.
There was also like some characters that could have been, more fleshed out. That like they're characters who are literally there to be jokes if you know who they are, and if you don't, it doesn't kind of work very well. Like. One of the characters that shows up later in the movie is a boss it's a boss from Mario 64.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what that guy is, you're kind of surprised when he does what he does.
Yep.
but it's just kind of, you know, oh, there he is. It's that king. Nope, that's it.
Oh,
he's only been there for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you get.
Yeah.
But
for me, it was a lot of like everything. There was really fun. Like the big action set pieces that were in there, I thought were a lot of fun. Anything that was like huge and over the like, I don't know, the fight with Donkey Kong, a lot of fun. The kart race, I'm not giving spoilers away, I don't think. There's a kart race.
Every trailer.
Yeah.
Every trailer has
the kart race, a lot of fun. I don't know, the final battle, beyond feeling rushed, a lot of fun. But everything that needed you to get you in between those points was just, I think, like as you said, just like razor thin and just so okay, we got to do this because the movie's gonna it needs to movie. And it's like, but like slow down slightly. Like how? Yeah, why is this 90-minute movie feel like it's moving at a breakneck pace the entire time and not taking a moment to just like sit there? What I did want to talk about and what I left out of Tetris is first of all, this movie was Needle Drop City and it was constant. But so I guess within a week, so I watched Tetris, and in Tetris, the thing right at the end is they use holding out for a hero, in a spectacularly fun way, and it works, and it just like it takes you from here in the movie to here in the movie, and you were just like, yes, I am there. And in Super Mario, great, he's learning how to be a hero. Time to put out holding on for a hero.
Yeah.
Like, you could pick anything. Why that?
I feel like any of the needle drops that show up in this movie, you could swap that song for a different song.
Yeah.
And it would fit just as well because none of the needle drops really added.
No.
They could have taken all of those out of the movie.
Yeah.
And they could have replaced them with entirely different songs, and it would have probably been the exact same effect.
Yeah.
Well, if they'd taken them out of the movie, I think I might have not had that moment of, really? We're going to play Take On Me here?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Because it needed to be in this, like they needed a real song to be in this scene. I could have picked 10 songs that would have been way better to play during the scene where Take On Me plays, you know, like, but like you said, Whole Layer for a Hero shows up because, we needed the hero thing. Like, none of the needle drops were needed.
Nope.
Not at all.
No. And all right, that was like one of my big chief complaints. The other one was also about like Peach as a character was also very like useless. One note and not really much going on. And also the entire thing about like, you know, Bowser wants to marry her. Sure. Okay. But you know, so first of all, I can never remember what the fucking wizard's name is.
Oh, Kamek.
Kamek. Thank you.
Yeah.
Kamek starts hurting Toad for all of 3 seconds. And Peach is like, yeah, okay, I'll marry you.
Yeah,
that's it.
She folds so fast.
Yeah,
like he shows up and threatens the kingdom, and she's like, "No," and then she hurts one guy, and he's like, "Whoa,
okay, fine,
too far,
You've convinced me."
Yeah, like what would have happened had they not evacuated? like, what could he have talked her into then? You know?
Oh my god, I just.
Honestly, man, that Peaches song is still like just rings like rent free in my head right now.
Oh yeah, Peach is gonna peach in your head, man.
Like
that also was like, why do we need? Well, I guess you have Jack Black, so give him
Jack Black.
You got Jack Black. You need to do it, right? Yeah. He's going full Tenacious D at that point.
Oh god, yeah.
It was like a kids rated Tenacious D song.
Yes,
like 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Although I will say, like my girlfriend and I saw that Friday night, and then Saturday we were driving, and we immediately threw on Tenacious D though, because it was just Peaches has been living. I mean, I want actual Tenacious D, and we just listened to Tenacious D while we drove back to Hamilton. But that was so. There you go. There's one good thing that came out of the Super Mario movie was my reigniting of Tenacious D. Yeah, I don't know. I also found like everybody that committed to their role, I think, did fine. But anybody who was only like halfway in was just like,
Is it just me, or did Cranky Kong sound like Bernie Sanders? It sounded like he was doing, Fred Armisen was doing
a Bernie Sanders,
Bernie Sanders impression.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I didn't really think much of Cranky Kong, to be honest, very much. I just kind of there, I guess.
Yeah, they kind of changed the Kongs quite a bit from what it was like in the games. Like he had his big beard, but like Cranky was, he would sit there with his glasses and just yell at you. He wasn't like he wasn't a king, and they weren't like a royal. Like they completely changed the Kongs as a way to bring in the carts. Like that was literally the entire purpose of changing how that society was. But
I mean, I did.
You got to get your movie somehow.
Yeah,
right? You got to.
Movie's got a movie, right?
Movie's got a movie.
I think they did fine with like trying to amalgamate the amount of Mario titles that have occurred over the years, like, and bring in elements from each kind of era, I guess. But and I think Kong had to change in order to. I'm glad they didn't do a straight up he's throwing barrels down ramps at you, but he was certainly throwing barrels. So
I mean, they kind of do it. Like he's throwing barrels.
Yeah,
and they're
exactly.
on those platforms.
Those platforms,
and those platforms definitely look like the old school Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
kind of girders and stuff. And but that's like one of the things that I really liked about the movie is they do a very good job with Easter eggs, and like you said, there's representation from all of the eras of Mario, and in some cases it's power ups, in some cases, and this is I think where the Easter eggs really succeeded was in musical cues.
Yes, yeah.
There's throughout the movie there's some amazing callbacks to Mario songs and the use of, like where they're used and like. When they're going down into the sewers and it starts playing the underground thing, dude, the do-da.
Yeah.
Like and even better too. Like I saw that and Laura didn't catch it. She's like, I caught the music. But when they go into the underground for the first time, there is a sign there that says level 1-2, which is in the original Mario Bros. Level 1-2 is the very first underground level. So some really cool Easter eggs like that. But I can't believe that the Donkey Kong rap from Donkey Kong 64 was in this.
I lost my mind when that happened. I was like, yes.
See, that's the needle drop that made sense. Was the DK rap?
Of course,
absolutely. It needed to be there.
Perfect time to play it too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It definitely needed way more of the lyrics, though, for sure.
It needed the whole song.
The entire song. That's like 6 minutes long.
Yeah. Over all of the credits, it would have been fine.
It should have been in the credits. It would have been the perfect time to use it.
Yeah.
That's the time to use the DK rap.
Like it's so worth it for that. I don't know. I feel very kind of like about the whole thing. I enjoyed the big pieces, but
it was fine.
Yeah.
Fine is the word I would use to describe the movie.
Aggressively mediocre.
Aggressively. Tell me how you really feel.
Honestly, like it was just mediocre, man. Like it was. I wouldn't pay for the Steelbook. If it was under $10,
okay,
I would get it. Because don't get me wrong, the 3D looked incredible, and like I loved when it went 2D. In those montage scenes with him and Luigi. I loved Charlie Day as Luigi. I thought that was amazing.
I did too.
Highlight of the movie.
Jack Black as Bowser was like chef's kiss. He was great as Bowser, even though Bowser was like kind of rapey towards Peach, but we won't mention that. And then like there's really no other ways to say it. Like I was smiling like an idiot with some of the Easter eggs. The DK rap, Rainbow Road, Toad, the shit that Toad says like at the beginning. It reminded me, the whole movie reminded me a lot of Shrek, to be honest with you. Because like after I got out of Super Mario, I was like, turned to Melissa, I was like, you know what, man, let's fucking watch Shrek. Because like it just reminded me a lot. And when that fucking I Need a Hero bullshit, all I could think about was fucking Shrek riding in, going against the dragon to the wedding in Shrek.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
probably one of the best uses of that song.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, that one for sure. Yeah, I like a lot of. There was a lot of fun voices in there, and like as I said, like anybody that was committed to it, like Keegan-Michael Key did great as Toad.
Yeah, and even Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, like that was like it was weird at first, but like I understood after.
Yeah,
Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong had a very like Seth Rogen. I mean, he did the laugh and everything.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when you get Seth, it's like the Jack Black thing. When you get Seth Rogen, you make him Seth Rogen. You know,
exactly.
He's Seth Rogen.
The character is an offspring of Seth Rogen for sure. But it's fine. Like I can see Donkey Kong being like a Seth Rogen type guy, right?
Yeah, and I mean, like Seth Rogen tried his best to kind of mask. Like he tweaked his voice slightly. It wasn't
slightly.
And like so did Jack Black.
As soon as he does the laugh, though, it's a dead fucking giveaway.
Yeah, I do like that moment when Jack Black finishes his like Little Peaches rendition, and then he's like, "Jam with me," and then they start doing the do 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 do.
Yeah,
that was fun.
That was awesome.
It was just fun,
right? Like fun Easter eggs. But again, like who is this movie for? Is it for kids? Is it for the 30, 40-year-olds who fucking were playing Super Mario in their mom's basement for most of their lives? Who knows?
Yeah, really it's definitely of two minds, where it's like it's for kids, it's for the fans, you know, like it tries to be both at once and doesn't do either good enough, I would say.
So as a video game adapted movie, how does it do? Because they have been not great for a long time.
You just gotta look past some of the shit and find some diamonds in the rough.
See, the thing is it can really differ, because it's, as an adaptation, it's a phenomenal adaptation.
Yeah,
of course.
As a good movie, maybe not so much, but like it pays tribute to its source material and does a very good job of that. But as a man, does it succeed as well at being a movie? Maybe we'll see them pull something better out in a sequel or 6, because we're probably going to get a whole
during the Mario cinematic universe.
We're gonna get the Mario cinematic universe.
Here's the question: do we get Mario Brothers 2 or Donkey Kong spin-off first? Ooh. What do you think?
I'd say Donkey Kong. I say they fast track a Donkey Kong sequel or a Donkey Kong spinoff, and then Mario 2 comes out the year after.
I hope there's a moment in the next one where, for whatever reason, they just go down a green pipe and then they automatically come out as like the 1993 Super Mario Brothers. Just for half a moment.
I was expecting there to be some sort of callback of some kind.
Yeah.
Like even if they just made fun of it, like
yeah.
There's a montage where they're trying on outfits or something, and they're in the outfits from that movie, and they're like, no, not this, or something. But nothing. There was no callback. I think they realized that they shouldn't talk about that movie. But
never mention it ever again. But I was hoping for just something in the background of something, just being like, oh, haha, I get it. Right. No.
Had John Leguizamo show up as
as
Papa Mario's brother or something. Because that's, I mean, they had the voice of Mario playing Mario's dad
Yes.
in the movies. So
Yeah.
and he also played that guy in the Giuseppe
Yeah.
in the Easter egg pizza parlor.
Yeah. And he does the little jump for some reason.
Wahoo!
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 Yeah, I don't. It was kind of interesting to have him in there too. And like, was that just because people were upset about Chris Pratt? They had to bring him in and give him something to do.
I remember actually when they announced it, they said that they had a role for him in the movie.
Oh,
Now my curiosity is, was it just the cameo as the guy who's like, "You have a great accent," you know, and or was it after the blowback? They're like, "Oh shit, we need to give him a bigger role. Let's make him the dad."
Yeah, I didn't mind Chris Pratt. I thought he was just fine. Hey, it was fine.
Yeah,
I kind of got over the fact right away. I was just like, "Oh, okay, this is his own movie. He's doing his own thing, and this is okay." But it works.
It wasn't even like an Italian accent though. No. It was more like a fucking New York, Brooklyn, like sort of Italian. I don't know. It was more Brooklyn than anything, to be honest with you. It was just weird. It was super weird because Mario's not Brooklyn.
Yeah,
he is now.
Yeah, he's an Italian.
I read a thing that said that apparently, because I remember when they first announced it was going to be him, he was like, "You'll never, you know." The voice is something you've never heard, and then when it finally came out, it was like, I don't know, it sort of sounds like something I've heard.
Yeah,
it doesn't sound that.
It kind of sounds like Chris Pratt.
Supposedly they made him change it, but so his early attempts were like Tony Soprano.
That's amazing. I would love to see that.
That would have been a choice.
Features. Yeah,
that could be one of the spinoffs.
Yes.
There you go.
He moves to Jersey. That was okay. Speaking of moving, right at the end, without spoiling anything, just talking about how this movie continually felt rushed. I mean, so they have the entire final battle, which they were going to have, and it ends the way that you probably expected to, and then it was just like, yay, we saved the day, and fade to black and fade back, and now they've moved to the Mushroom Kingdom. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
and then also, needle drop a Guardians of the Galaxy song, and I'm like, really? Like with Chris Pratt as a voice, we have to do this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that movie could have used another 10 minutes at least. In it somewhere,
just to like wrap it up a little bit. Like the wrap up was just like, oh, we're done. By the way.
Just moving at breakneck speeds. Like I could have sworn like I blinked and the movie was fucking over, and I was like, what? I thought it just started. What was happening?
Yeah. Oh, and I will on a technical note. I saw it at the Varsity, and the back left speaker in my movie was clipped and popped, and it was basically Static City the entire time, and I was apparently the only one that noticed. And
you're a loser, James.
I know. It was bothering me the entire time.
I still love you.
That would have bothered me.
I would have heard it too, buddy. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Like the picture was gorgeous. Like it was bright and the screen was pristine. Colors, but man, fuck you, Varsity Cinema 4. Fix your back left speaker. I'm gonna tell Cineplex.
Write a strongly
worded letter. Yeah. I am a Cineclub member. And I feel cheated.
I paid $11 a month. I deserve better.
I deserve quality sound. Quality, damn it.
Oh, fuck.
That's what I expect better from the Varsity. It's too rich an area. That should be the most pristine theater in existence.
It's true. It's true.
You should be able to eat off those floors.
Goddamn right.
They're fucking sticky as hell.
Whatever. At least it wasn't in fucking Cinema, 1 or 7, whatever the fucking 70 millimeter theater is.
The one with the slope.
Where you're sitting on the floor.
You're like walking down and you like roll your ankle as you're coming down the damn mall.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
it sounds like we're all pretty much on the same page of this movie.
Kind of just waving my hand back and forth. Kind of
Yeah. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's about a sideways thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about as sideways thumbs up as you can get.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like straight 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
Like,
We're not telling you one way or another on this one. No, I feel like, look, like if you are super into the Mario games and you might enjoy parts of it because of that, because it is Easter egg city, as Mike said, and like you can sit there with a grin on your face the whole time, but you will probably also notice how razor thin this movie is, and it's probably better as an ad than it is as a movie.
See it on a Tuesday.
See it on a Tuesday. Yeah.
Or
this feels like a Tuesday movie.
Yeah, or wait 3 weeks and it'll be on VOD. It's Universal, man. That they're gonna be fucking crushing it on VOD and in the theater for the next like 2 months.
Yeah. I feel like that's the word.
Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, cool. All right. Well, yeah. All right, James, you gonna lead us with our final segment, everybody's favorite?
Everyone's favorite Dave's New Blues, except we're customizing it even further.
Yeah, Sans Dave, and it's just good old Jimmy.
It's Jimmy's New Collectibles. All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
What did that boy buy? It's Dave's New Blues.
I'm excited. I want to know.
So, it's I guess a slight spoiler just because I did show you before we started recording, Mike. But it is giant ass. So,
show and tell.
So I'm holding in my hand a giant. It's the size of my hand, which my hand is like 7.
You got big
huge hands, and like I could palm this thing, but only barely. It's large. It's a Bowser figure. So here's the fun story about this. I was perusing TikTok one day and flipping through, and this showed up, and it was basically like an unboxing, and it was because the guy that bought it on a whim, and then someone was like, it breathes fire. And he was like, excuse me? So he like took the entire thing out and like put the batteries in and put the water behind his head, and then like it legitimately, when you hold it down, it smokes and has a red LED light and kind of looks like it's breathing fire, which is what I'm doing right now a little bit. And I saw it and went, I can't show Dave this. I can't show Dave this. And so that night, I was regaling him the tale of the story of just like, I couldn't show you this. And I was hoping by then, there was no way that this would still exist. Maybe it was sold out or something. But like, I never sent him the video. I was just like, yeah, but it was like this Bowser collectible toy that like breathes fire. And he's like, excuse me? And I went, yeah, but you probably shouldn't buy it, right? Like, it's probably going to be a lot of money, and like, it's probably sold out now. And he did, I don't know, arguably 3.5 minutes of Googling and was like, I found it. It's at Toys R Us. It's $60. Do you want it? I was like, I mean, I guess we're deep in it now.
There's no going back.
So he bought it for me, and he bought one for himself.
Amazing.
And Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, he received a lot of flack for buying this fucking thing.
Yeah, he did. I almost took it home, to be honest with you. I almost came into possession of a Bowser. And
oh my god.
Yeah, it was quite a show, Easter Saturday for sure.
Yeah. It's substantial, but I don't know. Tony brought it to me yesterday when we were at like our Easter dinner, and I put it together, and our cousin Bruno was like, where are you going to put this thing? And I went, on my desk, exactly in front of where I work, because that's exactly where this fucking fire-breathing Bowser belongs, is on display, but in a place that I can make it go anytime that I want. Yeah, and that is where it's going to live. It's going to live right in between my 2 monitors on my desk, in a spot where I can make it breathe fire at any time that I want. But
love it.
That's its current placement and positioning.
Nice.
So giant ass Bowser head, and giant ass Bowser is the collectible, and I recommend it if you can find it. Although I think the price has gone up to like well over $100 now. But if you do find it, it is very cool, and I feel like everyone should have one.
It looks very cool. You know what the funny thing is I hadn't seen it before, so when you like pulled it out and it started smoking, I'm like, is it like a vape thing? Like, did you like
yeah
Did you like get one and been like, yo, man, I put a vape in it? You know?
Oh man,
because I'd never
Mike,
seen it.
you're giving me ideas, man.
Yeah,
That's
Let's
fucking
hotbox
legit.
this room with
We'll just
fucking
hotbox.
We'll just put a little oil where the water reservoir is and just make it smoke away.
Jesus Christ.
That would be incredible. Yeah, and I guess I should also mention it is like Bowser as designed for the movie, so it is movie accurate Bowser, I guess, which is fine because I did like the character design. Not to backtrack into our main segment, but there you go.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Vaping Bowser for everyone.
Vaping Bowser. For the children.
You're welcome, kids.
Start them young.
Also, there's no way to put this back in the box. So
no, you're done.
Yeah.
It's done. You're bubble wrapping the shit out of that if you need to transport it.
Yeah. I can't. I think it was Bruno that asked if I was going to like actually take it out of the box, and I was like, absolutely I am. You kidding me? What am I, Dave? Like,
yeah, Dave's not taking it out of the box.
Idiot.
Like that's what's the point?
What's the point of having it?
If it breathes fire, vapes without consequence, why would you just leave it in the box?
Vapes without consequence. What the fuck? You know what that crazy son of a bitch is gonna do? He's literally gonna take it out. He's gonna breathe the fire for a bit, and then he's gonna put it back in the box
carefully with like the twine and rewrap it.
You take out the batteries so it doesn't fucking like explode inside and fucks it all up. Oh man, it's gonna be a whole process.
Yeah. Because otherwise, if it was out of the box, then Quentin's gonna play with it, and well, that's game over.
Quentin's gonna get his hands on it. Yeah. Or Eloise is just gonna.
That's what
definitely
started me off.
Started? No, James. Bad.
Well, there you go. There's Jimmy's new collectibles.
There you go.
Thank
you for coming to his tech talk.
Thank you. Hopefully I've sold people on this. More people need to buy it. I feel like I'm gonna have to like add an image link so that people understand what the fuck I bought.
Yeah, you said you were gonna start putting up the cover arts of all our Blu-rays and shit.
Oh,
You definitely need to put up the fucking Bowser.
Yeah.
Or at least like make it a story or something, a little interactive.
Yeah, the second photo you could swipe across on Instagram or something. Yeah. I can do that.
There you go.
I can figure it out.
Fantastic.
Make sure it's breathing fire though.
Absolutely. You gotta do a video. You gotta do a video.
But like don't explain it. Like just put it up as part of the post, and then people will have to listen to the show to know what's going on.
Why is this happening?
Yeah. Just normally there's not a second photo. Oh, is there? Oh, it's just Bowser shooting fire. Okay.
Or like do those like crazy videos where it's like leading up and it's going fast, and then when the smoke comes, it's just like the slow motion of the smoke.
Yeah. I mean, it is slightly underwhelming in person, but I get it. I would do it.
But you can totally slap a fucking filter on it, you know?
Yeah, do some serious toy photography.
Yeah.
Like take it out into the woods. You know,
in the woods. Yes.
Like XX Pro on it, you know.
Do some like forced perspective so it looks like it's like trying to take down a tree and breathe fire at the same time, or like over top of a house. I can do this.
Pretty much writes itself, man.
I can do this. Tony, you're gonna help me out. I need a good camera.
I'm the guy with the cameras, man. Yeah. It's all good.
Bring me a red.
No, fuck the red. Fuck the red. You don't need a red. What you need is the Phantom cam.
Give me the Phantom. That's whatever. What you need. It's fine.
We're gonna shoot this on the Phantom.
I want to shoot it in 16K. Downscale it to 4.
Yeah, fantastic. 400 frames per second.
I saw a video of a guy who was doing toy photography, and in it, he was like, "Hey, watch this. You might think it's dumb, but watch what happens." And he's got like one of those aerosol cans that you use to spray the chips out of your keyboard. And he's just shooting it off camera, and then he takes pictures, and it looks like this toy dinosaurs in like this foggy like forest, you know.
Cool.
And it was like, wow, that added so much atmosphere, and it's literally just like as the camera is just going off, shutter. He's just standing off to the side going, so.
That's great. I need to add into I need to get more into toy photography with this thing.
Yeah,
because it's just big enough.
It's your only subject. It's just toy Bowser.
Yeah, that's it.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot of toys. It's like that. I have a couple Lego sets and some Funkos, but like toy Bowser. That's it. It's gonna be my sole subject. I'm a unique photographer.
There you go. Oh man.
Well, shall we wrap this up then, boys?
Yeah,
sure.
I guess that's our show.
I loved it. It was great.
Mikey, thanks for coming out, man. You're welcome
thanks for
back
having me.
anytime.
Yeah, just let me know what you want me to go see, and I'll get that babysitter lined up.
Excellent.
There you go. Excellent.
We got lots. We got lots coming up. I'm glad. I'm glad you came out. And did you have fun? I hope so.
I did. Okay. I did. That's like past my bedtime though, so I'm getting losing.
I see you start. I see you starting to nod off there, old man.
Tony, you messaged me. He messages me.
Yeah.
Like, hey, do you want to? We can go see the movie together. I'm like, what time are you going to see it?
Yeah.
And he's like, this time, and I'm like, buddy, I'm in bed. And if you need
buddy. I'm sorry, buddy.
Do you want to see a movie at 10 p.m.?
Yeah, 10 p.m. No, don't you know? Don't you know you're going to be in that theater till like 2 a.m?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I struggled a little bit. I regretted doing 9:50.
Oh yeah, man. No, let's see. I think mine was at 8:30. Oh no, 8:05. Perfect.
7:30, and I was still struggling.
That's wonderful. Oh my gosh, the worst.
You're one night out.
Yeah. Take a nap at the movies.
Oh man,
that's fine. Their seats are comfortable enough.
It's true.
Except Ancaster. Fuck Ancaster.
Also, yes.
You know what? Actually, now that you mention it, not to derail the ending of the show,
fine.
The theater that I was in was a D-box one.
Yeah.
And we weren't in the D-box seats, but I don't know what the hell they made those seats do, but it felt like I was sitting in one of those D-box seats. It was like, wow, this is like getting the D-box for the price of a regular seat. Like, it was shaking up a storm, especially during that Mario Kart sequence.
Oh, I bet.
Amazing.
That probably would have been fun. Oh, also, I guess I forgot to ask, and I probably should have. Did you see it in 3D, Mike, or 2D?
I went 2D.
Yeah, so did I.
I did AVX with the better sound, the Atmos sound.
So, ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. In-ceiling sound. So, Tony, was the 3D worth it then?
3D was definitely worth it.
Huh,
definitely worth it. I loved it. It was the colors are very vibrant. Popped off.
Yeah.
Not so much popped off the screen. It had depth. A lot of depth.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the only thing. I don't remember the last 3D movie I saw, so I figured I'd ask.
Between Scene Points and Cineclub, man, like 3D is a thing of the past.
I get it. I get it. Well, again, Mike, thank you. You're the best.
Yeah,
Mikey.
Thanks again.
And for all of our loyal, happy fans and listeners, see you in 2 weeks. We got so much more to talk about.
Absolutely.